Have you sat yourself down at any point in your life and you are asking yourself, where did all my salary or all the money I earned this month go to? Because the month is still young, like we're in the first week or second week of the month, but you're already broke. And you can't account for what you put that money into. There's nothing physical, there's nothing you can see, and you say, okay, this is what I bought this month, or this is where I put the money. But you're flat out broke. I have been in a situation not once, not twice, but thank God for a solution I came across, which has helped me plan my life, plan my finances better. Now, which is why I'm making this video, because I know that there is somebody out there who needs to see this, who this video would help to take charge of your finances, take charge of your life, and take charge of unnecessary expenses, actually. Because if you do not take charge of your finances, there's every possibility that you end up in debt. That is if you're already not in debt. Hi guys, my name is Rachel from My Financial Oasis, where we learn how to grow our finances with quick, easy steps. Today's video is one that I'm more than happy to share with you, because today's video is one that everybody can relate to. We all want to be financially independent, or at least that's what I believe everybody wants to attain. You want to be like the next Mark Zuckerberg, you want to be like the next Elon Musk, you want to be able to take charge of your finances, you want to be able to say, this money is for retirement, this money is for saving, this money is for this, and you still have enough money to spend and buy what you love or what you like. But because we are still in the part of our lives where we do not know how to manage our finances properly, we might tend to fall short of what we plan to attain at the end of every year. Now, this brings me to what is called the 50-30-20 rule. Now, this rule is one that will help your personal finance so much that you'll be accountable for almost everything that you put your money into every month. The year is made up of 12 months, but each month, if you do not take charge of your finances each month, by the end of the year, you're left with almost nothing, which is basically how you started the year. Or not? Now, you might be wondering, what is the 50-30-20% rule? What does that have to do with my finances? How is that supposed to help me? We are getting into that right now. For the purpose of this video, I am going to be making reference to people who earn salaries. You might be a businessman or a businesswoman and you make your own money, or you might be an entrepreneur, or you might just be someone who earns their money by themselves. You don't work for anybody. This particular rule still applies to you, but I'm going to be making emphasis, or I'm going to put an emphasis more on salary earners. So if your profit after tax is valued at, let's say, $2,000 monthly, now, using the 50-20-30% rule, you will divide your money, that's salary, profit after tax, into two. If you're earning $2,000 monthly, that means 1,000 goes into the 50%, while the extra 1,000 goes to the 30 and 20%. So now, what makes up the 50%? Let's do a breakdown for that. The 50% is where I will classify what I term as need. Please, need and want are not the same thing. So under the 50% is where we are going to put need, which is where 1,000 out of your 2,000 salary goes to. At 50%, you have things like grocery, because you need grocery for your everyday life. That is also where I'll place insurance, health insurance, because God forbid you fall sick and you have to go to the hospital or it's an emergency. You will also put under that rent. You don't want to be living under the bridge, or you don't want to be on the street homeless. So rent is a need, it is a necessity. Then under that 50%, we'll put things like food and utilities, because you don't want to live in a house and you don't have light, you don't have water. So utilities, food, because without food, nobody can survive. So you put food, utilities, rent, health insurance, and any other thing that is a necessity, and without that, your life might be at stake, or your life might be Do you get what I'm saying? Is that is your life is dependent on this particular need. That is where we are going to put 50% of the salary or the payment that we earn or make. That is the 50% rule. Now we go to the 30% rule, which is then want. Like I said, need is different from want. Now, what is the difference? These are things that are essential for your survival. They are essential. Without them, like I said, your life you might not even be able to exist, because who can exist without food? Who can exist without water? You need a roof over your head, because if you're out there on the streets, you might become cold, you might fall sick, which will affect your health in the long run. So those are essentials. Now, when we place wants are things that basically make our lives better, make our life easier. So under wants, you have things like buying a car, you have things like hobbies, you have things like Netflix payments, you have things like fine dining, basically everything that you can live without. It makes your life easier, it makes your life better, but they are not essentials. So you can live without those things. You can live without having Netflix. You can live without going to a fine diner, because you can make food in your house and eat. You can live without a car. All you have to do is take the bus or take the train. You can live without, so everything you can live without, but makes your life easier. That will be classified under want. Now, the last will be what I classify as saving, which is the 20% that is left. Now, for personal finance, I talk about saving a lot, because if you do not save, you are basically going to be eating from hand to mouth. When you earn $2,000 in this month, you spend everything, and then the next month comes, you spend everything, and you keep going in that circle. God forbid you have an emergency and you need a certain amount, but because you've exhausted all your money for the month, you have nothing to help you out. You have to maybe start borrowing and all of that. Now, under the 20%, which I term as saving, what we have under that is retirement. So you're saving for retirement. Like I always tell everybody in my videos, do not wait till you're in your 40s or in your 50s to start planning for retirement. No. The earlier you begin saving for retirement, the better for you. So imagine you start saving for retirement in your 20s. That means before you're 50, you've saved enough to carry you for the rest of your life without having to depend on anybody. That is what you want to do. So 20%, you have your saving for retirement, you have your saving for emergency purposes. That's saving for emergency. So basically, you want to save between 6 to 12 months of whatever you spend in the month for your emergency fund. So if you spend $1,000 a month, 6 months of that is $6,000, between 6 to 12 months. So you want to save between $6,000 to $12,000 in your emergency fund. It might sound like a lot of money, but in the long run, it will save your ass. So you have emergency funds, you have saving for retirement. Now for the third one, you have student loans and credit cards. Now you might have student loans and credit card payments to clear. Money for this should come out from the 20% that you've set aside. So you remember what I said, you have retirement saving, you have emergency funds, you have student loan or credit card. So at number 4, we have investments. So maybe you have told yourself at the beginning of the year that when it's the end of the year, you're going to take a certain amount that you put aside from the beginning of the year till the end of the year. And say, okay, so let's say 20% of what you have saved so far that you put in saving, you save 3% of that 20%, you're going to take that amount and invest in a company that you have looked up and you feel like, okay, I want to buy this company's shares. Now, that is also part of what you should put under your saving. That's the 20%. Now, this might seem like basic knowledge, but not everybody practices this. Because if you put this to practice, I personally have put this to practice and it has worked for me. So I used to be someone who, once I get paid, I just say, oh, let me keep this amount for saving and then I'll spend the rest. But then halfway through the month, I'm broke. And I said, let me spend it that one. I would save from next month. And that's how the cycle keeps going. So I would say, oh, this one is for saving. But then because I did break it into this 50, 30, 20% rule, I just say, oh, well, this month I feel like saving half of my salary, or this month I feel like saving 10% of my salary. And then I spend the rest lavishly. I'm going out with my friends, I'm paying the bills, I'm buying the nice outfits, I'm buying the car, I'm just basically spending. And then halfway through the month, this is me like looking at the saving that I put aside and saying, I think I'm going to have to go and take that. And then I'll continue next month. But next month never comes. I hope that this video helps you to take better charge of your saving, because it did help me a lot. When I started to put things into perspective, I said, okay, 50% of this money, this and this and this and this is what is going for. 30% of this money is going into this, and the remaining 20% is strictly for saving. Now, this has helped me because I'm the kind of person who likes to wear nice clothes. I like to look good. I like to go out with my friends, which is where the 30% comes in. As soon as I exhaust that 30%, I'm back to sitting in my house until the next paycheck. As against going to touch 20% that I've set aside and say this is for saving. So I hope that this video helps you to take charge of your finances. I hope that it helps you to plan your finances better. And I hope that it helps make your life easier. Now, if you have watched this video to this point and you learned something from what I just talked about, remember to smash that subscribe button. Turn up your notification bell so that way YouTube personally notifies you every time I drop a video like this. Share this video with your friends and family, because I know there's somebody in your contact who needs to see this, who needs to take better charge of their finances. And last but not the least, leave me a comment in the comment section letting me know if you have ever been someone whose finances were like everywhere. And with that, I would say your financial freedom begins with you. Bye.